Hi and welcome to Lauren's Bliss Yoga. So this is going to be a beginner's yoga focused on stretching out the glutes. So if you do have a block or a pillow, then yeah, that would be great. Please bring one. So we're going to start in a seated position. If you do have a prop to sit the hips up slightly, you'll be more comfortable. So just coming into a comfortable seat, you can have your legs crossed or you can sit with your legs in this position if you find it more comfortable. And just bringing the hands down onto the thighs. Relaxing the shoulders down away from the ears, but still sitting up tall, finding length through the crown of the head. And then closing down the eyes. Just taking a moment to check in with how you're feeling. And starting to slow down the breath, breathing in and out through the nose. You can place one hand on your stomach. Starting to inhale deeply into the belly. And exhaling, feeling the stomach lower down. So as you inhale, you want to feel the stomach rise. And as you exhale, you want to feel the stomach lower back down. So we're breathing into the belly, breathing in deeply. Again, inhaling. And exhaling. And just open your eyes if you haven't already. And just remember to keep an awareness of your breath throughout the practice, using your breath as an anchor to stay present in the moment, in your body. So we'll start in a cross-legged position. You can remove your block or your cushion. And just bringing the hands onto the knees. And exhaling as we roll forward. And inhaling up and round. Exhaling down. Inhaling as we come back. Exhaling as we come down. Just finding a circular motion with the torso. And then rotating that the other way. Really feeling into the movement. And then coming back up to a neutral position. And just taking some rotations with the neck. So dropping the neck down and round and up. Exhaling as we come down. Inhaling as we come up. You can take this movement as slow as you like. And then rotating that circle the other way. And then bringing the head back up. Coming into a tabletop position. So the hands are underneath the shoulders, the knees are underneath the hips. I'm going to take a few rounds of cat and cow. So inhaling, dropping the belly, lifting the gaze. Exhaling, curving the spine, working the chin towards the chest. And inhaling, dropping the belly, lifting the gaze. Flowing with the rhythm of your own breath. Exhaling as you tuck. Inhaling as you lift for cow. And exhaling as you round the spine for cat. One more time. And exhale. And from here, we're just going to walk the hands slightly forward, tuck the toes and lift the legs for downward dog, keeping bent legs. And then just walking the hands forward all the way walking the feet forward, all the way to the hands. And just dropping the upper body, grabbing opposite elbow, but still keeping bent knees. And on our next inhale, we're just slowly going to ground into the feet so we can rise all the way up, releasing the arms. And the head being last to lift. We'll do 2 rounds, 1 round of sun salutation. So from here, bring the feet so they're hip distance apart. Ground down through the feet. Engage the thigh muscles. Open the chest. Roll the shoulders down and back. Inhale, lift the arms up overhead, gazing at the thumbs. And exhale, fold forward with bent knees. Bringing the hands down onto your shins or the floor. Inhaling to a flat back. So bringing the hands up onto the shins, lengthening through the spine. And exhale, planting the hands and stepping back with the right leg. And inhaling, stepping back with the left to join, so you're now in a plank. And exhaling, shifting forward slightly, dropping the knees, the chest and the chin down onto the mat. Inhaling, pushing the legs back, opening the chest for baby cobra, keeping the elbows in. Exhaling, bending into the knees, lifting the hips high, back for downward dog. And inhaling, stepping that right foot in between the hands. And exhaling, bringing the left to join as you fold forward. Inhaling, keeping a soft bend in the knees and rising all the way up to standing, arms overhead. Exhaling, the hands down beside your body. We'll do that again on the other side. Inhaling, reaching the arms up, lifting the gaze. Exhaling, folding from the hips, keeping a soft bend in the knees. Inhaling to a flat back, placing the hands onto the shins. Exhaling, stepping back with the left leg. And inhaling, stepping back with the right. Shifting forward. Exhaling as we drop the knees, the chest and the chin down, keeping the elbows in. Inhaling, gliding forward and opening the chest for baby cobra. Exhaling, bending into the knees and lifting the hips for downward dog. And inhaling, stepping forward with the left leg. Exhaling, bringing the right to join, folding forward. And inhaling, bending into the knees, rising all the way up, gazing up. Exhaling, the hands down beside the body. And then taking a big step back. So we're going to come into goddess pose. So we want our feet to be facing the corners of the mat. We're going to bend into the knees, so the knees are tracking over the ankle, that then they're not falling inwards. And then bringing the arms out to the sides into a cactus position. So the fingers are spread, the elbows are in line with the shoulders. And we're pushing our shoulder blades together and sinking down into the hips. From here, we're going to inhale, straighten the legs, straighten the arms for star. Exhale, sink back down. Inhale, reach. Exhale, sink back down. Again, inhaling, straightening. Exhaling, back into goddess pose. Again, inhale for star. Exhale, sink back down. Keeping the knees wide. Inhale, reach. And exhale, sink back down. But this time we're going to hold. Holding the pose. Not overarching in the lower back. Keeping a neutral pelvis. Just starting to feel the legs work. Starting to feel them become more activated. And just breathing through any discomfort that you can feel. Good. And on your next exhale, straightening the legs and straightening the arms. And then coming to stand at the center of the mat. So we want to start to lift our left leg. You can place the left leg slightly over the right knee with the foot on the ground, or you can try and lift the foot and tuck it behind the back of the leg, or just leaving it like this. And then we want to bring the left arm over the right for eagle, sinking down into the hips, but lifting the arms away from the body. So lifting the elbows up and away. Again, you can keep the foot down, the front leg foot down to help you balance. Breathing here. Fixing your gaze at one point to help you focus. And on your next exhale, trying to release, bringing the arms out and the right leg out, so the left leg out towards the side, and then releasing. So we're going to do the same on the other side. Ground down into the left leg, starting to lift the right. Placing the thigh on top, bending into the knees, sinking into the hips. And then the right arm on top of the left. Bringing the arms up away from the body. Feeling a nice overstretch into the back of the shoulders. Again, fixing our gaze to help us balance. And on your next exhale, releasing the arms, releasing the legs slowly and controlled. And relaxing. Back to standing. And then walking towards the front of the mat. Feet hip distance apart. Inhaling, raising the arms up. Exhaling, folding forward, slight bend in the knees. Inhaling to a flat back, hands on the shins. And exhaling, stepping back to plank. Shifting forward, lowering down the knees, the chest and the chin. Inhaling for baby cobra, rolling the shoulders back. Exhaling, pushing onto the knees, crossing the shins at the back and then rolling backwards, so you're coming into a seated position. And from here, bringing the feet down onto the mat, bringing our arms out either side, engaging the core and starting to lower down slowly, as slow as we can, one vertebrae at a time, all the way onto your back. And then just bringing the feet so you can slightly touch the heel and that the feet are hip distance apart. And then just letting the hands fall down besides, palms face down. And starting to tuck the tailbone and lifting the hips as we inhale for bridge, squeezing the inner thighs together, and exhale as we lower down. So inhale, lift, and exhale, lower. Inhale, lift, squeeze the bum. Exhale, slowly lower down. Inhale, lift, and exhale, lower down. And inhale, lift, but stay, holding the pose. Squeezing the inner thighs together. Now you can stay here, or you can interlace your fingers underneath your back and roll the shoulders under. Squeezing the bum and pushing the hips as high as you can. Making sure that you're still connecting with your breath, slowing it down. Good, not long now. Keep pushing yourself. And exhale, release the arms if they were interlaced, and slowly lower your bum back down. And inhale, come back up into a seat. And then bring your right leg forward, so the shin is on the ground with the foot towards the hip. And bring your left out to the side as you lean to the right and bring it behind you for pigeon pose. So you want to bring your left hip down, so we're squaring through the hips. You can place a block underneath the right glute, which will help, or a pillow, something that will help keep you up. And then just bringing the hands down, relaxing the shoulders down. And then just tucking that back toe, if you can, straightening the leg. Holding that for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. And you can stay here, or you can bring the forearms down onto the ground. And on your next inhale, bringing the hands back up if you're on your forearms, bringing that left leg round as you lean to the right, stacking it over the right, bringing the inner thighs together, squeezing the inner thighs together, and maybe just walking the feet slightly forward for cow face pose. And then bringing the left arm, actually we'll bring the left arm up overhead. I'll show you from this position. And bend at the elbow, and then bring the right over the left elbow and pulling the arm gently towards us for a nice stretch into the left tricep and shoulder. Squeezing the inner thighs. Also aiming to feel a nice stretch on the left glute. And release the arms as you exhale, bringing the hands into prayer. Inhaling here. And exhale, hooking that right elbow onto the knee and twisting over to the left, pushing the palms towards each other. And then exhaling, release. And from here, just bringing that left foot down onto the ground outside of the knee, wrapping the right arm around and interlacing the fingers and pushing the right elbow into the left knee, creating a little bit of resistance there to feel a stretch into the glute. Just noticing where you're feeling the sensation. And exhaling as you release. Now we're going to come in to pigeon on the other side. So the left leg shin is now coming in towards the right hip, and we're going to lean to the left and swing the right leg round. And again from here, we're going to root down the right hip so our hips are squared, and tuck the back toes, lifting the knee, straightening the leg, holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then dropping the leg back down. You can stay where you are, or you can bring the hands down, coming onto the forearms. If you're finding this quite easy, you can walk the foot slightly forward and flex the front foot. And again, use any props that you feel you need to use. Still working that right hip down, squaring the hips to the front. Noticing any difference between the sides. And as you inhale, starting to rise back up onto the hands. And exhale as you lean over to the left, bringing the right leg round, stacking it over the left. Coming into cow face pose on the other side. I'll move just to show you as well. And from here, we can walk our feet slightly forward, squeeze the inner thighs together. Start to lift the right arm up overhead, bending at the elbow, using the left hand to pull the elbow gently, feeling a nice stretch into the right tricep. And just becoming aware of our breathing, making sure that we're still slowing it down and connecting with our breath. And exhale, releasing the arms, bringing the hands into prayer at your heart. Inhaling here. Exhaling, hooking the left elbow onto the right knee and twisting. Pushing the palms together. And exhale, releasing back. Bringing the right foot down so it's just beside the knee. Inhaling, wrapping that left arm round the right leg. Interlacing your hands, pushing the elbow in towards the knee, creating a little bit of resistance to feel a nice stretch into the right glute. And exhale as you release. And then just straightening both legs out in front of you. And starting to lower down onto your back. From here, bend into both of the legs and just bring them in towards your chest, giving yourself a cuddle. Maybe rocking side to side. And then release the legs. And then stack the right knee over the right, the left. The right thigh over the left. And then bring the knees in towards the chest and try and grab a hold of your heels and pull the heels towards the body. So you're trying to bring the feet closer towards you, your head, and you should feel a nice stretch into the glute on the right side. Breathing here. And exhaling, releasing the legs and just swapping them. So the left is now over the right. And again, bringing the knees in towards the chest, grabbing a hold of the heels and pulling the feet towards you. And exhale as you release. And then starting to straighten the legs out in front of you, down on the ground, letting the feet fall out to the sides, coming into the final pose, Shavasana, for a few minutes. Just dropping the arms down besides the body, palms facing up. Maybe wrapping the shoulders down under, taking any micro movements before we stay still for a minute or two. Closing down the eyes if you haven't already. Relaxing all the muscles in the face. Just checking that your jaw is relaxed, that your teeth are slightly parted. And letting go of making any effort and just taking a minute to be here now. And starting to wiggle your toes and your fingers. Reaching your arms up overhead, taking a full body stretch. Trying to keep the eyes closed. And rolling over onto your side, using your arm as a pillow. Just taking a moment in this position. And using your other arm to push yourself back up into a seated position. And opening the eyes. Inhaling, reaching the arms up overhead, palms reach together. Exhaling the hands down towards the heart. Namaste. Thank you for practicing with me, and I hope to see you soon.